Whale, your regular fix for movies and mayhem. Episode 37.
Bonjour. We don't have to do the welcomes anymore, James, because Drew's creating these little welcome videos now.
You're welcome.
You are welcome. James, have you frozen? Oh,
No.
you pretended to freeze.
Yeah.
Such an annoying prick. I was just saying in the group chat, just for everyone else, I did a long drive today, and I'd ran out of podcasts and finished all my other ones that I listened to. So I put on some early Rage Whale.
Ugh.
And episode 1 and 2, I couldn't get through it. They were too bad. They were so bad. But they were good, but they were still bad. The sound, the visuals, everything was just really annoying.
Yeah, because we're just working out. I don't think you can go
Yeah.
into any first podcast, and unless they're already like kind of wealthy or rich, like look at Joe Rogan's first podcast. He's like sat on a computer desk in his room or something.
Yeah, but I think that's the point. Like, you have to kind of just jump on and do it. Otherwise, you'll never do it. So you got to learn as you do it, don't you?
Well, James and I do have Kev room envy. Do you remember we were saying that, James? Like, that your room looks so cool. Like, look how cool your room looks, man.
Drew, are you in the shower? What's that like piping to the left of you?
It doesn't look like there's a shower cubicle to your right.
You've been relegated to the bathroom.
Oh, it's your lamp. Because we
the door, right?
No, that side, the other side. Because
it's a lamp.
Top the lamp, that looks like
a lamp.
the edge of a
Yeah,
shower.
I have a shower in my studio because I'm that cool, man. I'm that cool.
But I did listen to episode 8 and 9 and 10, and
10's a good one.
They're quality. They're quality. Yeah. They're still dodgy bits, and I hate the video because it's the three of us in the screen.
Yeah.
The visuals look bad. They look much better now, anyway.
In the screen. What do you mean by three of us in the screen? What do you mean?
The visuals on Spotify and YouTube are all three of us there in portrait mode rather than a full image.
Oh, okay.
We're all cramped together. It's really weird. But yeah, I was going to do with Drew's new video. In fact, I'll clip my mark in here.
Back to school with Rage Whale. Here's show and tell.
So for this week's show and tell, my back's been really hurting because I spend a lot of time at my desk. But I got a new chair.
Bending over your boyfriend.
Which has got lumbar support and all that sort of shit.
Dude,
Go on.
I've got a pretty sick chair as well, man. I'll show you my chair. It's not.
Nah, it looks naff.
No, hey, give me a chance, man.
It looks the same as mine, just with without the lumbar.
Without the neck.
Thing now.
Yeah, without the neck.
I look like Stephen Hawkins.
Oh gosh, we've gone there.
Should probably not do that.
Oh dear. Oh
Before
dear.
you came on, I was playing a vinyl. Check the colour of this out. Since
Oh yeah, your little Easter eggs in the back.
James likes these colours.
Oh, that dude, that's Rage Whale colour.
That is bright pink.
Kev, have you seen the Mortal Kombat record they've released with the blood inside the record?
Blood, yeah.
It's got liquid in the record.
Yeah.
I think Jack White was the first to do that.
What?
Yeah, I've seen a couple of people do that.
Well, Jack White is like the Willy Wonka of music. Have you seen? He's got there's a record, there's another record inside, so you have to break it and then never listen to them songs again to get the songs in the middle.
That's rock and roll.
Really?
Yeah, have you not seen his Third Man Studios, what he does? Have you never heard of the Ultra LP?
No.
Well, he brought out his latest album, not Lazaretto. Was it not? There's one with Lazaretto on it. And he has his Ultra LP. So one side plays from the outside in, the other side plays from the inside out. Both sides have never-ending tracks if you put them on the very end. One of them has a acoustic intro or an electric intro, depending on where you put the line. There's a hologram of an angel that's been etched, like hand-etched, I think, into every record. So when the record spins, it looks like there's an angel spinning around, like up a hologram. And there's also a hidden track under the label. It's very grainy, but it's like...
That's a lot of effort. That's great.
That is too cool.
He did another one where he did the one with the liquid in, obviously. He did the one with the record inside a record. He's done one that smelled like peaches or something weird like that. Try and find you his factory tour. It's amazing. Some of the stuff he does. It's crazy.
Do you remember
I've got all
those
these
things?
CDs, but yeah, not his vinyls. Sorry, Drew. What?
No, I was gonna say, do you remember those things as kids, like when it was like, I think it was like shampoo or something, and you turn it upside down, and there's like little monkeys spinning, and there's like little yellow balls, and you got to get the balls through the hoops, and the. Do you remember those?
Yeah, that wasn't shampoo. That was just a toy.
Yeah,
Was
Reef's
it
got
like
a
a
couple
bath?
left downstairs.
Was it a bath toy?
No, yeah, it was a like a snow globe almost, but it was thinner, and
Yeah,
you had little buttons that gave
Yeah.
little air spurts. So
yeah,
you'd
man.
be spurting the monkeys and to get them into the little hoops.
Why am I associating that with bathrooms? And
I don't know. That's just a bit random.
maybe that was the
Um,
time I'd play them in the bath for some reason.
I was going to say before we go into like a few movie things, I had a nice day on what day was it? On Saturday, just gone. I got to hang out with Mr. Chris Donahue.
Yeah, dude.
Chris. We had a day with him. So I had a gig. I went to see Ruby Waters, which is this T-shirt, and I was going on my own because no one else wanted to go with me. And
Aw.
Chris lives in Manchester, so he just came and joined me for a beer, and we ended up making quite a lot of beers of that day.
We ended up making quite a lot of beers. This beer made this beer.
Yes, it was a little bit more than I was planning on. But I've got this week. I've got something interesting as well, and it's kind of in sort of James's vibe of what he likes. In fact, both of you, because you did your axe throwing, didn't you? So
Oh yeah.
on Friday, I'm going to Liverpool for like a work do.
Sorry to interrupt the show. Just a reminder to say we love and appreciate you all for listening to the podcast, whether it's on Spotify, Apple, or Amazon. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, follow, as this really helps us continue to progress and improve the content and keeps us making these fun episodes for you guys. Oh, we're also on these things called Instagram and TikTok. You can follow us there too, as we share short, funny reels on the reg that you can share with friends if you like. Now, back to the mayhem.
Thing, but it's not an evening; it's a daytime. It's like a 2:00 start. Free drinks, free food, and it will go on to however long you want it. But it's called Roxy.
Roxy
Little-
Leisure.
Roxy something. Yeah,
Roxy Leisure. Roxy Ballroom.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we're talking to them at work at the moment about building some golf courses.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, because we've got so in there. Apart from being it's got multiple floors. They've got a bowling alley and a 10-pin bowling alley, like an old school one. They've got batting cages. So as in, you've got a cricket bat to smack balls into this cage, and you've also got a baseball bat one as well, where you can do like that stuff.
Yeah, all these family entertainment centres are just blowing up at the moment. They're so good.
It looks mental. It's like full of neons. It looks really cool. But there's like 10 more things. They got crazy pool rather than crazy golf.
Yeah, they
Pool.
invented that, I think. And do you know
Yeah.
why? Actually, I probably should,
So
I won't
cool.
go. I won't go into that on the podcast actually, but afterwards I can explain a bit more about that.
Well, I'm going to play it on Friday, so it sounds cool. But
Yeah, I can tell you a bit more about them, but I won't say it on this. Just not that anyone's listening from it, but it's like a bit like hush hush kind of thing.
Okay.
I just-
They do beer pong, ice curling, deck shuffle, darts as an electronic darts, ping pong. They've got pool, just normal American pool, karaoke, crazy golf, and bocce, which is like bowls. You know, you
Yeah,
got a ball and you throw a ball close to it as you can.
Oh,
type
bull,
thing.
bull. We call that bull.
Yeah,
French ball.
but it's spelled
French ball, yeah.
BCE in this thing. I don't know what that means,
Don't know.
but sounds good.
You know when you were saying it's axe throwing, right? So it's axe throwing for James, but it's kind of like axe missing for me.
What can I say? I was a natural. It was really easy. Do you know what? Hot tip, Kev. If you do it right,
I've thrown a couple of axes.
honestly, put minimal power into it. Put enough power just for your arm to move.
Yeah, it's momentum.
That's the trick.
You don't
I think
throw
that's-
hard, you
that's-
go loose.
That's where I kept
No.
messing up though, because
Because if you throw it
I
hard, it revolves too many times. So
yeah,
I was
it reverberates.
really just doing that. Like I was throwing it no harder than I was throwing it. I just throw a dart.
It ricocheted and made a complete fool of me every time.
Yeah, I would say I throw a dart just as hard as I threw the axes.
So I just got a really random potentially spam WhatsApp because I thought it was one of you guys just then until it came up on my screen. He said, "Hello, Mike. How is Lisa? I missed her at the gym today, and I can't get hold of her."
Reply, say she's dead.
Don't reply.
Sorry,
Don't
no.
get your details. Just don't even open it.
Drew,
Well,
reply, say,
delete it.
"What? Sorry, no one told you she's dead."
Literally
I'll be
delete
like,
it now.
I'll be like, I
And
murdered
post it.
Lisa. She's in my next door neighbor's boot of the
Drew, I
car.
wouldn't even open that stuff. That's how you get your bank cards.
I'm deleting it right now. Bye bye,
But
whoever you are.
report it as well.
Oh well. I just did Houdini that shit, so I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, should I play? I'm going to play Gareth's message from last week. I forgot to
Oh,
press.
I thought we were gonna play Houdini because we could just get down with Eminem's track.
Where's everything gone? How do I bring it up? Oh,
Have you heard
Oh,
have you
there.
heard the Eminem track?
It's so funny where he says his cat's like trans or something.
My
Thinks it's
trans
Siamese
my
black or
trans
something.
sex.
we
My
literally
trans
discussed
cat-
it last week. We
Yeah.
literally brought up this last
That's
week,
the exact same thing. Yeah.
and that
So
exact.
guys,
He's
I
got
went
like
and saw a
1,000
band called Jack
lyrics.
Daniels.
He's
the
got
other week.
1,000 lyrics in that song, and you brought up this same lyric.
I went and saw Jack Daniels the other week. Amazing, absolutely
Sweet.
amazing on
All right.
stage.
Well, here's
Flawless.
Gareth's question for it's more for me and Drew because of James. It's a short one.
Because of me.
And listen,
I don't
oh
fuck it.
bollocks! I need to press. Pressing the wrong button. Here it comes.
In addition to the questions, I'd also like to ask, have you actually followed James's advice and watched Clarkson's Farm yet? Because I am just over halfway through episode 8. I'm not sure if it's the last episode, whether they're releasing more, but probably not. It is brilliant. I just cried my eyes out laughing at Jeremy completely messing up a simple task such as putting mustard seeds into a blender. Yes.
Thanks for your message. If you want to send us a question, please record a voice note to be answered by Rage Whale on Instagram. And that way you'll feature in the next episode. We look forward to hearing from you.
To put that in context, I think one of the scenes he's talking about is Clarkson has this rapeseed oil, and it's like loads of seeds, like big thing of seeds, and he puts it all in his combine or wherever he's got his tractor, pushes the button, just dumps the entire lot in just one pile out the back of the tractor.
Well,
It honestly started from season 1. It's one of the best comedies in recent time.
I thought he was trying to make his own gherkins.
He does loads. It's just funny, like, and you can tell a lot of it. Some of it is staged, but you can tell a lot of it isn't. Like he's trying to shear a sheep and it like kicks him in the balls.
But that's I really enjoyed Top Gun. Well, yes, I do. but Top Gear, and I know loads of people have issues with Jeremy Clarkson, and I don't really care about that stuff, to be honest. But I just think he's funny. I haven't watched the Clarkson's Farm thing, but just because I keep forgetting more than anything. But I will.
Watch it through series 1, and I guarantee you'll watch series 2. Isn't as good as series 1, but it's still good.
There's only
But
3, isn't there?
Huh?
There's only 3, right?
Yeah, I think so. Have you seen the clip of Top Gear? Now, this came up the other day where James May is trying to like tie something on his car, and he has this like ball of string. He throws it over the car, goes round the corner to get it because he's parked on a hill. The ball of string's like rolling down the hill, like up behind him, and they're just when Clarkson and Matt Hammond are just creasing, laughing at him.
I do love the fact that just that program was good when it was proper, and they just used to wind each other up. Like they were driving the 3 beat up cars, and so you could get the furthest over rough terrain for like a whole day. And then when they stopped at a gas station in wherever they were, they'd have, it was usually Clarkson and Hammond that would go up to what's the other guy?
May
Go up to his car and break the air conditioning, and they're like in Afghanistan or something. So then he's driving just soaking wet because he's got hot air blowing at him and he can't turn it off. And then he does the one where he turns the radio, fucks it up, so it's playing loud music all the time. And he can't.
Like Genesis in it because Hammond hates Genesis, and he just wires it to just play Genesis the whole time.
I just realised we're like Top Gear just without the cars, essentially.
And we're not funny.
Ouch!
And we're about
but yeah,
30 years
you should
younger.
watch some of the grand tours, not the actual show, but the specials like Sand Job. They're actually basically they're just Top Gear. Basically, it's them three doing a stupid challenge, like driving across the Serengeti or whatever.
I did see that. I thought it got too high production, and they started doing a bit more forced stuff.
The
So
explosion, like when that jet ski catches them up, just comes out of nowhere, doesn't it? The sand ski thing.
Oh,
it,
yeah.
It gets away halfway through the show, and then they're driving. You just see it in the background drive into that oil tanker, don't you? It's just like
What was the episode where they, like, I think you were saying they have to get from one country to the next, but they're either
pretty
only
much
allowed
everyone
to use
has.
one vehicle, or they have to use their charm or something. Like, or they all pick a vehicle at the beginning, and they're trying to get to
Another country.
Pretty much everyone
another
their
country
challenges
or
going
another
from country to
destination, and then at
country.
one point, I think Hamster's wheels like fall off, and then they have to try and chat to somebody else and negotiate borrowing their wheels for something else. And
No, I
The
think
whole show is brilliant.
they missed it. There was usually a terrible car that was following them.
Yeah,
So
like
they
a Beagle
failed.
or something like
They
that.
had to use,
I
like,
swear
an embarrassing
Hamster
car.
cheated. I swear Hamster cheated and said, he was like, to the camera, he was like, shh, we're going to get a taxi so we can beat the other lot. Like, just shh. Because
Oh,
their
yeah.
car absolutely
definitely
fucked up. And they just jumped in an Uber or something to get to so they could win.
Well, when these people use caravans as a game of conkers from, dangling
Yeah.
from cranes to smash against each other.
Yeah, they did some crazy things.
It's a great show. Now they only do specials now for the Grand Tour.
Do you remember they used to have the celebrities on there as well? You had like, oh god,
JK
Blackadder,
from Jamiroquai and stuff like that.
Who was the
Doing
Blackadder
That's when
guy?
they used to do the show, though, not the specials. And the show,
Rowan Atkinson. That was it.
The Grand Tour show, I thought was awful.
No,
It was-
just the normal shows were great. Like
The
when they
normal
had
Top Gear
guests.
shows were great.
Yeah,
but
Top
the
Gear was-
normal Grand Tour
Mate,
shows were
back in the
rubbish.
day, man.
I watched 2.
Oh, who was the really cool guy that they
Stig.
never showed his face? Skip.
Stig.
The Stig.
Yeah.
The Stick?
The
Stig.
first Stig died, didn't he?
What? There's different sticks.
Yeah,
Stig.
there was a
Oh, no,
black.
they
The
pretend
first
to
Stig
kill
was
them,
black.
didn't
The first
Right.
Stig was a black Stig, and he got written off the show because he was racing like a fighter jet to the end to end on like one of them boats and he drove straight off the end, and then that was it. They just saw his his glove sink or something, and then they brought back the white Stig.
That's like Terminator, just his glove just going.
Yeah, it was something stupid like that. You saw his helmet sink or something, and it was like. And the next
Who was
series he had the
meant
white
to be
Stig.
Stig? It was that F1 driver.
No one, no. I think he came
No.
out. They did one episode where Michael Schumacher took the helmet
That was
off,
it.
but he wasn't actually the Stig. I don't think.
Michael,
It was
what's his name?
It was 100%.
Michael Mann, not Man.
Michael Schumacher. No, he
Michael
was just there for
Schumacher.
one episode. I don't think he was actually the Stig. He probably had better things to do.
Whoa. Kevin
Where's
likes
Kev
his chair so much that it's actually taken over from himself.
This is good for everyone listening, isn't it?
You can talk.
Well, I mean, what do we do during this part?
Just talk like normal. You're in the middle of a conversation. You don't stop because I leave the room.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
think the
gonna
Stig
get
was
everything-
actually Michael
Yeah,
Schumacher. He was
everything
just a guest.
stops.
I
As
think.
soon as you leave, everything stops. You are the mechanics.
I was just letting the cat in.
Oh, he's gone
Oh,
again.
okay, fair
stupid
enough.
Cat.
He's playing around with his pussy. That's fine. That's fine. Are you rough today as well? Are you rough?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you probably hear my voice.
No. Yeah. Well. Yeah. My throat felt like glass this morning, man. I was like, I was gonna just be here and not talk, which is probably impossible, as people know. I've always got verbal diarrhea for some reason. But I was just gonna
Do
be
you
just
have a
nodding.
question? How's my mic? Because I've not actually got this thing plugged in. I'm using my
Mate,
phone.
you sound great, man. You sound great. You've come a long way since day one. Like,
Well, the
Yeah.
irony is I'm using my phone like I was on day one.
it's good though. It's good. It's
I'm
either
not
the
plugged in. No,
beer
I'm charging my phone up.
or you're working it. You're working it good.
No, good. Well, I had. We could go on about.
You said-
loads of stuff. What?
You said you had things, Kev.
Oh,
Yeah, chlamydia.
got loads of things, man. Loads. I'm glad you got verbal diarrhea, not actual diarrhea. That's-
No, well,
True,
yeah,
something we spoke about before you came on. We started. Apparently, they're remaking the Never-Ending Story.
The never-ending story.
Wish I never brought it up now.
Wait, is that with a girl?
That narrows it down. There's a big long dragon. Really cool dragon. Looks like it's got like a dog's face though.
Was that the one that had David Bowie in it?
No, that was
No,
Labyrinth.
Labyrinth.
Although that would
Oh.
be quite a cool remake.
Yeah, they'd have
David
to.
Bowie's schlong in that is just like so unnecessary. Have you never seen it recently?
His
wearing like
schlong.
his trousers are very tight. Let's just say that, and you can see
Whoa.
everything.
Whoa!
So inappropriate. Them
Wow!
little door
'Cause that's a
knockers were
kid's-
good, weren't they?
That's quite a child's kind of ish
I
film,
think
right?
it's quite
And
a
then
scary film for a child. It's about a
The
child
Labyrinth.
being kidnapped.
kids
Then
get
loads of
kidnapped
monsters and stuff. I imagine that probably could scare a little kid.
and
Yeah, that's
taken
been
to a
all-
labyrinth.
That's been old, like young programs for kids. Were actually quite
But
scary.
guys, jumping off the back of that, another kind of dark, messed up thing. Pan's Labyrinth. How fucking good is Pan's Labyrinth?
Also, if talking about messed
Yeah.
up things, by the way, isn't that character exactly the same as the underwater character in Hellboy?
I was
and
thinking that.
it's the same guy. He's called the Toll Man. Yeah, he's in loads of stuff. He's in loads of films. He's the guy in what's that underwater love story? The Shape of
Oh, Shape of Water.
Yeah, he plays that guy as well. He's in Pan's Labyrinth. He's a horror
Hellboy.
character in not Beetlejuice, something similar.
So his CV is just like I play loads of different monsters.
Basically, yeah, he's lots of
Wow.
horror characters because he's like 7'2" and he's really skinny. So
Do you know what? Do you know what I was thinking the other day? This is a slight jump from monsters, but I can't remember the name of the actor, and it will really annoy me. But the guy that does the voice for Scream, like he's famous, the kind of killer guy.
Right,
Yeah.
Sydney.
Yeah, mate. He was saying like he's essentially in a studio and he's making a sweet ass fortune, but he essentially features in all of these movies, but he's not on set. He doesn't have to be in a trailer.
You know he's the guy that does the voice of Milhouse on The Simpsons, right?
What? No.
Yeah.
No
I'm
way.
lying. No, that's a lie.
Mate, give
His
that
name
man
is-
an Oscar.
his
Give
name
that
is-
man an Oscar.
Talking about
His
things, before I forget,
his name's Roger Jackson.
Roger Jackson.
before I
Hello,
forget,
Sydney.
I was reading or saw a thing earlier about Terrifier 3,
Yeah, Christmas.
and apparently it's so gory, the guy that plays Art the Clown was physically sick on set. Like,
The
threw
guy
up.
that plays the main dude.
Threw up on set.
Whoa.
I
But
can't
everyone's
imagine.
Whoa.
talking about In a Violent Nature. People going mad. They're saying that's gorier than the first.
It's out, but where the fuck is it? I can't find
In
it.
America.
anywhere.
I've tried to find last 2 nights. I've tried to find a pirate version, but I can't find it anywhere.
You
I'm
knock
quite
off
good at
Nigel.
finding
You
illegal
knock
versions.
off Nigel.
But apparently, there's a scene in it that's like more gory than both the first two Terrifiers, which I find hard to believe. They're saying it's worse than the bedroom scene.
Well, that's that's all they're going to say for every film that's gory. That's just forever. They're going to say that whether it is or not.
But for a mainstream film to be that gory, when was the last time you had a really gory mainstream film? A lot of Screams don't count. They're like slasher. Like the first one was kind of gory, but it wasn't like. Ugh. Whereas Terrifier is like. Ugh.
+2.
It's just, Terrifier is just unnecessary gore, isn't it?
Yeah, but I
Like,
didn't find it bad. I didn't find it that bad at all. I found
it's just
it
very, very graphic.
because it's over the top.
I suppose so.
I'm so desensitized to it. I could watch them rip apart women and people in the most horrific way, and it doesn't really affect me. In a proper horror where it creeps up and it's one death and it could be just one stab or one something vicious, that will probably hit you harder because Terrifier is so extreme and over the top. It's not scary. It's
It
like
almost becomes comical.
not even quite comical. You're kind of going, yes, do more things, because you're basically
Psycho.
no, you're fighting for the special effects team to do something more mental.
Give them more work. Give them more jobs.
That's it. You're not going, oh, that's disgusting. Although that bedroom scene was that went a step too far. I think that one, when you realise that she's actually alive during all that, you thought she was dead, and then at the very end, she's like oh my. but that's it, because it's so extreme. You're just going, right, these people are getting paid to make these dolls or make this gore.
I thought of a pretty
Right.
graphic film, as in like shock factor goes, and it's quite an old one as well. It's from 2005. It's called 2001 Maniacs. Have you seen that with Robert Englund?
Yeah.
These like hillbillies that basically just like annihilate some kids in some horrible ways.
So me and my brother were having a laugh, right, about a strange way that
Murder.
it seems like advertising could go on movies, right? And imagine this on the poster. This would be absolutely ridiculous. So, new film comes out, right? And on the poster it says, 2 people were physically sick. 1 person fainted. 4 panic attacks during this movie. It's like the fact that all of the reactions to the audience is the way that they're actually trying to promote movies now.
That's what
I
they've done
can
with
name
A
a
Violent
movie
Nature.
where they actually did that.
Yeah, but In A Violent Nature, they literally did that. It came out last week.
No, but that's what I'm saying, how ridiculous it was. But back in the day, it would be like, Guardian gives it 4-star. Like, this is a revelation of a movie. But now they're talking about how it affects people. Like,
Mate,
2 people had a bleeding nose.
Horrors of
1
all
person sneezed. 1 person
Can
had
you
an
not
orgasm.
remember
Like,
a
it's
specific film where people were leaving the cinema because it was so disgusting and they were being
Well,
physically
they're
sick
doing
in
it for
the
The
cinema?
Exorcist.
No,
They
not
did
The
it.
Exorcist.
Well, they were.
no, they did it. Hang on, they did it for a David Cronenberg. Recently. Carry on talking because there's a weird gap now.
Well,
for
this
the
is a
people
comedy
listening.
film as well.
Go
No,
on.
this is not. No.
No,
This is a comedy
James,
film.
what are you talking about? Spit
A
it out.
comedy film where people were physically sick and had to leave the cinema, and people were like passing out.
Was it Dumb and Dumber when he was doing the long poos?
No, I don't think that'd make you actually sick with it.
I was a bit sick.
No, even for me, it made me gag.
Well, tell us then.
Dirty Sanchez, the movie.
Oh, where he's smoking pubes.
Nope. When he's doing the liposuction and then one of them drinks it.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, what?
I was actually like, that's probably one of my, and because it's real as well. That's
Yeah.
probably the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in a movie.
Yeah, Dirty Sanchez was awesome. He got nothing on. Yeah,
When they were
Jack
doing the
Nicholson
crab
got
race
nothing
and
on.
one of the crabs was dead. He was like, it's not even alive. Just like has to get like whipped or something, didn't he?
Oh, man.
That film was vile. Or what about when they're doing they have to take turns in kissing someone and one of them's a lady boy, and Dayton, who's like a bit homophobic, ends up kissing the lady boy and he's absolutely fuming, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, because he's like proper like chav, isn't he?
He gets doesn't he get Pritchard get I love Dayton tattooed on his cock?
Probably.
This
He does
film,
at the end, he says I love Dayton on his back.
Because Pritchard is now like all grown up now, and he's one sec, Drew. Let's finish this bit. Drew,
Yeah.
Hold it down, then wait till the gap, and then show us.
sorry.
Otherwise,
Please
we
mind the gap.
don't see it. No one sees it. Yeah, Pritchard's now like doing chef work and stuff.
Yeah, he's a vegan chef.
Yeah. He's
Surprised he got his cookbook actually.
he's got
Makes me
grey
quite good.
hair. He looks old and distinguished now. He looks like a
He does
gentleman.
marathons as well, do you know that?
Yeah. He's physically fit, and he was like a reprobate.
I don't know what the other ones do. Joycey was just a wrong one though, wasn't he?
Well, I saw Dainton. I've got a photo of Dainton. I went to see what's the hip hop band he's associated with.
Goldie looking chain.
You're not far off.
I'm not joking, I
Guns
saw
don't kill
Goldie looking
people,
chain
rappers
live.
do. Sound of the police.
I saw Goldie looking chain live, and after them was a live set by Dirty Sanchez.
It was
Crazy.
Oh God, what was it? 1 second, I've got it here. No, I don't. Fuck. What was the band? No, it's a hip hop band. There's a white guy and a black guy.
Silver looking chain.
No. Why did I not actually write the band that was in? Spoken. Oh, you commented on one of the photos as well, James. Oh, Asteroid Boys. Asteroid Boys are like a
Asteroid.
hip hop rocky sort of thing. Anyway, there's a picture of me with Dainton.
Oh, that's cool. That's a good picture actually. I'd frame that.
That's cool as fuck. James,
Yeah,
is
I
that
think my mate when we saw him live, my mate saw him walking around at NAS Festival, but I wasn't there at the time,
Yeah,
so I didn't
James,
get a
you
picture.
commented on it. I put
James, is that
this is the same as Nas, the guy. It's the same guy that you met at NAS Festival
Yeah, but when did I comment that?
6 years ago, and
Yeah.
you put Waterproof's World Tour. Spelling error there.
James? Is that Fanta, or is that Fanta infused with bells?
It's Fanta Zero Sugar, because that's all they had.
Ah, okay.
Sorry,
cool.
Drew.
Okay.
When you hold your phone up in the middle of a conversation, it's distracting.
I know.
Because say the thing and then show it, because then we
So
know
it's
I'm
what's
called
going
poorly,
on.
Drew. I'm not going to drink alcohol when I've been poorly, am I?
I am. That's how I'm getting
Because
through
you're-
this shit. To be
I
honest,
go to
mate.
work tomorrow.
That's true. You've got a job. You have a
It's
job.
got you there.
Crimes of the Future. That made people sick.
Oh, I've heard
Did
of
it?
that.
Never seen it. Send
Mate.
that in the group. I'll try and find it.
This is pretty messed up. Can I just explain one little moment in it?
Go on.
It's not even sick, but it was just strange. There's a little boy, and he's in the bathroom.
That's enough. We don't need to know.
No. It gets worse than that.
I don't want to know worse.
No, he starts eating this bin. He starts eating a
Well,
bin.
maybe he didn't have any floss.
Well, no, like he's digesting it all, and his mum comes in and she says something like, "You remind me of your father," and it's like that
Yeah, his
kid
dad was always eating bins.
always eating bins, always eating bins.
In a black
just
plastic bag.
a
Bin.
sucker for plastic. But I still don't know what it's about. Like it was such a messed up film that the mind reels. Like I can't.
I've seen it. It's like an older film. It's like early 2000s, isn't it?
No. It's quite new, man.
No.
Crimes of the Future.
Check the date. It's going to be like
Yeah.
2009.
Oh, Drew, while you're checking the date of that, I showed Kev this beforehand. Now, this is nothing new to anyone, but it's the first time I've actually had one in my hand. So it's like a 3-year-old bit of kit, but I picked up a PS4 last night. And it is honestly the most obscene thing of all time. It's look at it. Let me quickly get my forklift.
Drew, do you see how nice the
Drew, right, bearing in mind the size of my head, right? Look at that.
Whoa, dude, it's half your size.
It goes
You
up
are
to my knee.
basically 2 PlayStations.
Look at it. It's
like-
so unnecessary.
it's like A4.5? Drew, I was just going to say, can you see like the our screens where they're all nice and purple now? Their name's purple.
Oh yeah, dude, nice touch,
That's
man.
new. That's the first time that's been like that.
Is that's not going to come up? That's just for us, right? Did the viewers
it's
not
just
get
for
to
us,
appreciate
yeah,
that?
yeah.
That's just for us to remind us of our names in case we
Right,
forget.
so we just got a bit of flow. I've got
I've got a guess.
2
Yes.
cinema selections. Go on, Drew. What do you want to say
I was
first?
just going to say, guess the year of Crimes of the Future.
I said 2009.
2014. 2016.
Who's colder? Who's warmer?
You're both cold, man.
No, that doesn't work.
2021.
One of us is warmer.
2022. Ooh! 2022.
Fuck off.
Maybe you're way off, you
2022.
loser. Bearing in mind I've never heard of the film before, so it really was a guess for me.
Yeah, it was a damn good guess, man. But look, can I show you some really messed up image from it?
No.
No, because
just
we're
for
an
fun.
audio podcast.
Just for fun, I'll explain the image, or one of these guys can explain what they're looking at.
Right said Fred after a very heavy night.
It's a blurry image
Yeah,
of a
there.
guy with 2 lumps on his head. Oh, ears. He's got ear hair.
Go on.
Right,
describe
go
it.
on. Tell us.
It looks like Shrek, but the human version.
So basically,
It's a very pink Shrek.
for some reason, he's had his eyes sewed up, his mouth sewed up. He's had extra ears put on top of his head just so he has hyper hearing. In case
Maybe he's really into his music or podcasts.
it could be, man. He'd be a
A
really good
well
model.
fan, because that's
would
what he's
be-
got.
He would be a really good model for those what is it, Dre Beats or whatever. Because he's got 4 ears.
Because
Like, why
He
not?
wouldn't actually be very good model at all, because I don't think you even get Beats anymore.
You can't get Dre Beats anymore.
No, Apple bought them, didn't they?
What? What's the new Beats then? What's the
Dre.
They're called AirPods.
Is that what all the kids are
Least-
down with now? Like,
Tell you what, at least P Diddy didn't buy them, because then the Beats would be.
ooh, the Beats would be tarnished.
The
I
Beats
saw
would
what
be
you did there.
Yeah.
Oh,
the Beats,
Beats
have a
would be
picture of a
raw.
woman on it.
the Beats would be raw.
That's how to.
But they
ruin-
would have a reason for their name.
Ooh, controversial.
Yeah.
P.
P
Diddy
Diddy
Beats.
gives you the
Dot,
beats.
dot, dot.
Right, let's
For
move on.
real.
Let's move on. I've got 2 cinema selections. I'll do one quick.
Hit us with your cinema
And then me
selection.
and
No,
Drew
no
will
pun
have the
intended.
longer one.
No pun intended. Lubba, 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 lubba.
Right, here we go. Okay, so a film I saw 2 weeks ago, guys. I was going to bring up last week. What are you laughing at?
My wife just messaged me, said, as if you'd be quiet in this episode, even though you're poorly. She can hear me through the walls.
Of course. Right, so my first film. I'm
Sorry.
not
Why
gonna
don't you bring her on?
I'm not going to go on about the film because it was 2 weeks ago and I meant to mention it last week, but we moved on and neither of you have seen it, so I don't want to bang on for ages, but I'll give a
How
quick...
do you know I might go on the cinema at the weekend?
Mate, you don't leave the fucking house unless we tell you to. When was the last time you went to the cinema?
last week.
Furiosa with me. It was a
Furiosa.
wonderful night.
Yeah, because
It was
Drew
a
made
wonderful
you
night.
leave.
Yeah, a week ago.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair
It was
enough.
lovely.
What did we watch this week? On Cinema Selection.
Right, I saw Sting, which is l'arachnophobique, but American version.
Nice.
So-
Was it a good gig or
Well, Emmanuel Bonamy was not in it. That was
Were
the
the
only
police in it?
point of it. Who?
the police?
Hey, ba-da-bum.
I didn't get that joke until just now.
That was good. That was good.
So, Sting is the new Spider movie. And if you didn't know, I think you might know, but it's not just about a spider. It's about there's like an asteroid storm in space, and a
Oh,
random
no.
little pebble of a asteroid lands in someone's house, and it opens up like Alien, as in the film Alien, and a little tiny spider comes out that looks with a little red stripe on its back, and there's a very creepy goth child, like a 9-year-old, 10-year-old child that likes spiders and draws spiders
she
in
does.
cartoons. She catches it, puts it in a jar, and literally the next day it's the size of your hand. It just grows exponentially. And she's
So
feeding
Charlotte
it.
Webb on acid.
Well, her name is Charlotte.
No.
Is the
The-
spider's name
smart.
Babe? Is it like Babe Pig in the Sea, but
It-
Babe
it's
Spider in the
called
Sea?
Sting. That's the name of it. It's called Sting.
She calls the spider Sting.
Yeah,
Sting in the City.
that's why it's called Sting, which is a stupid name for a film about spiders. Because it
Does it sting people? Does it sting people?
Mate, it devours people.
Yeah, but they bite. They don't have a stinger, do they?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
So
it's
the
a
film should have
scorpion.
been called
It's not-
Devour, unless it's
Sting's
about.
got, no, the sting
an
is
octopus.
the name. It's got nothing to do with how it kills people. That's the
It's called
confusing
Munch.
bit. But the
Scorpion.
but the point is that this film, everything's on the nose. It's funny,
They get
but
stung
not
on the nose.
deliberately. It's ripping off loads of 80s movies. So at one point when the spider's running around, there's a bit of like blue blood, and someone goes, "It bleeds. That means we can kill it." Taking the piss out of Predator.
Predator, yeah.
And then what was the other? He says a bunch of lines from other movies, basically, and just like rips off loads of stuff. But it grows in
We're
sections.
going to need a
where
bigger boat.
it's killing small things, and then obviously it grows massive, and then it basically rips off Alien, as in, again, Ridley Scott's Alien, where at the very end it's massive and it's got the jaws that come out that go. It's like that at the end, and they have to get a crusher on it. And
Can we not gloss over the fact that Drew just misquoted Jaws?
what did you say?
We're going to need a bigger boat.
Mm-mm.
You're going to need a bigger boat.
Yep. This is a movie
Yeah.
podcast, Drew. We can't have mistakes like that. We'll get complaints.
I am so sorry.
But
To all you Jaws fans out there, I'm
the
so
cool
sorry.
thing about Sting, right, is that the little girl in it is a fantastic actor. She is the best part about it. And her name is Alaya Brown. And she is someone you guys will know because this is her here. And you won't recognize her from this picture. But
Ah,
she is Furiosa.
Furiosa.
Boom.
Is she fantastic? But
Is that Anya Taylor-Joy?
No, it's the little girl. The
little girl at the
first
beginning.
hour of Furiosa.
Mate, she was brilliant in it, though. She's got hardly any dialogue, and she's phenomenal.
That's probably 'cause she can't act.
No, whoa, 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 whoa!
In Sting, she can. Well, Sting was one of those films where I walked out going, I really enjoyed it, but it was a bit crap.
Do you know, if I Google Sting, I'm hoping one thing comes up and one thing only.
What?
Message in a bottle.
No, it's the Toxail wrestler.
Message in a bottle.
No, it is. It does come up with... Oh, no, look, it comes up with Sting in a very popular film.
June.
June.
Dune.
Anya
Classic.
Taylor-Joy, keeping it back on track.
I listened to one of the earlier podcasts, as I was saying before, and every time we talk about Dune, I'm such a lazy talker. I always say June,
Dune.
like no with a J, June,
June.
even though it sounds similar enough to me, but it is Dune.
Yeah, but I
Anyway,
love
There's
how
there's the real Sting. Can you guess where he got his inspiration from, Kev?
The Crow.
Yep.
Hey.
Yeah.
I love how the AI part of this that does the not subtext,
The
the words,
Yeah.
the text. If we say June, it comes up like spells it like the month June rather than Dune.
Well,
But
that's because you're saying different words. I'm saying June. The correct word is Dune, and you just said
June. That's what I mean.
So that's three
Dune.
different.
I do know what you mean.
It's
but
quite
June.
accurate. That's why it always says rage well, because I can't say whale without going cool whip whale. So
But I noticed that any WH you go.
it's
You always go.
because I'm Scottish
Wait, what?
and London apparently.
Like, what the hell are you talking about? I know.
But anyway, Sting, I definitely recommend. You'll enjoy it. So when it comes to streaming, you guys give it a go. You will enjoy it. There's lots of cheesy moments and lots of funny moments and creepy moments. But I think the worst bit is that the biggest negative is that it's not scary. Whereas Arachnophobia, Tiny Spiders,
Get the shit out of me.
Choice.
Yeah. Because it's real. But this, because it's a silly big monster, it's no longer a spider. It's just a monster. So
Drew, what are you doing tomorrow night?
if it stayed small, it'd be good. Being ill still.
I'm free. Well, yeah, I am poorly. Like, yeah, but I
Go to the
Cinema
cinema.
trip.
Go watch Sting.
What do you want to do?
Yeah, what else is on at the cinema?
I don't know. I just enjoy hanging out with you, dude. It's fun. I'm down. I'm down.
Just that. Just Sting.
Just that is the only film
I
out.
saw Bad Boys. It's not so.
Well, we're going to talk about that in a second. The two movies that we need to see in 2 weeks' time. Right, today is spoiler for people listening. We're recording on the 11th, even though you're
Oh, by the
listening
way,
on the
quickly,
17th.
I think
Why
In
are
a
you
Violent
interrupting?
Nature,
Fuck's sake.
because we were talking about, I think In a Violent
I haven't finished
Nature
that
is July.
sentence.
July In a Violent Nature, I think, over here.
Yeah, it won't be in the cinema though, will it?
Yeah, it is at cinema, selected cinemas.
I'm looking at the cinema now. The only film that none of us have seen is The Watched with Drew. Can you tell me the director?
M. Night Shyamalan.
Tell me the director.
Aishan Shyamalan.
No.
Aishan.
Shyamalan.
Aishana.
Aishana. Aishana
Moana-
tell you.
Moana
Aishana tell
Shyamalan.
you what you want to know.
There's also Kung Fu Panda 4. Other than
Ooh.
that,
Watching it.
there's not. So
Yeah.
but the two films we all need to see. You know, there's lots of films that is like, yeah, you'll see it, I'll see it, whatever. But the two films we've got to talk about are the big hitters of the summer.
Deadpool.
Can I guess?
Go on.
Okay. Are they out yet or not?
Deadpool.
Deadpool, obviously.
Yes. In
Film of the year.
2 weeks' time. 2 weeks.
Alien.
And
2
probably,
weeks
I'm
today.
going to go with the Garfield movie.
Alien Romulus.
That's already out, you muppet.
Yeah,
Alien
No,
Romulus.
that's August.
Yeah, August the 15th.
I'm talking
/
about
16th.
the two films you guys need to watch in 2 weeks' time. You need
Oh,
to.
Bike Riders.
Nope. Nope.
I
That's,
do want to see that.
that's
then.
in next.
Day one. Day one.
Correct. So
Yes.
Bike Riders is next month, but at the end of this month, in 2 weeks' time, is Deadpool.
Day one,
and Day
bitches.
One. Both of those are big films. You got to see them. And then in July, Bike Riders is the big one. And it,
What's this Arcadian with Nicolas Cage?
what?
Arcane.
Arcadian with Nicolas Cage. It's on the
No, there's
website. It's on the Odeon website.
There's a new film called Long Legs that's got Nicolas Cage in it.
No, it's not
Is that about spiders?
Arcadian.
No, there's a film called Legs coming out, and it's been hailed as the scariest film in the last 10 years.
Is it about spiders?
Don't know that one. But anyways, on Long Legs, it's got nothing to do with spiders, and it's got nothing to do with gore. It looks like it actually will be scarier than any gore film. So I think take away Terrifier, take away in a Violent Nature. It's a very they're slashers. They're violent. They're not going to be scary. They're just going to be gross. But
Is it about Daddy Longlegs?
no, stop saying the same thing.
I said Daddy Longlegs. That's new, man. That's new.
Long legs and spiders, you're in the same territory.
No, man.
Think of a better joke. You
Daddy Longlegs fly. Spiders can't fly.
Yeah,
That's
it's called
That
Long-
Nicolas Cage film, by the way, is only on very select cinemas, but it sounds quite good if you read the synopsis.
Okay. Quick question. What scares you more? A spider, which is pretty much just walking across walls and ceilings, or a Daddy Longlegs that can fucking fly?
Right, let's clear something up. Daddy Longlegs
Spiders.
can't fly. They bounce around like not knowing what they're doing, and bounce
Yeah,
around
okay, I
like
get
the
it. They
side of a
look like
window
they're
or
stoned.
windowsill.
They
and
look
you
like
could
they're
flick 'em.
stoned, but they fucking come at your face, and it's frightening.
No, right.
gonna
My old
clip
work,
that. I'm gonna
right,
clip
had like
that
a big
sentence.
grey. My old work had a big grey metal, like sort of coating over the building, so it used to attract because of the warmth. Daddy longlegs. There was hundreds of them.
Yeah.
They're like the flimsiest little things. I don't. Like, how do they
Oh,
even
but here-
survive a day? They're like made out of like thread.
Nothing.
Okay,
Drew,
here's the
can
twist.
we do a little video, basically Bukaki, with you repeating that sentence the whole time?
Sure. But 2 seconds. Here's the scary thing about daddy longlegs, which you might not know. Here comes the science. If a daddy longlegs could pierce the skin, it is the most poisonous flying thing
Nope.
there is.
Not true.
Fake news.
Yeah,
What?
unfortunately, you've seen that on Ricky Gervais live.
I thought it was
haven't you?
Wikipedia or something. Or
No, you saw that on Ricky Gervais, and you also probably saw that they only live for a day. Yeah.
no, I didn't hear. No, Ricky Gervais didn't tell
They
me.
can't pierce the
Yes,
skin,
Ricky
so-
Gervais does a whole bit where he
No,
says,
that's what
"Daddy
I'm saying. It didn't
longlegs."
pierce the skin. I said if it could pierce the skin.
No,
It's like
I'm
a
saying
mosquito.
Ricky Gervais did a whole thing where he said, "Daddy longlegs, if they had fat, could bite you, have the most
Yeah.
venomous thing."
Yeah.
And he says, "But they live for 30 days. They live for like a day. They don't. They live for up to like 3 months, I think, or something stupid.
That's even more
And
frightening.
they do not have venom in them."
Venom.
To be fair, that's a quality song. I looked at something today where they were talking about the best movie songs that were written for the movie, like Men in Black, like Venom, like, do you know what I mean? Like they're specific for it. Anyway, I've got three more. Did anyone watch Hitman on Netflix?
Ooh, no.
James?
Just to confirm,
Oh my god.
the urban myth that daddy longlegs are venomous is just that, a myth.
Yeah, I thought it was true for ages, but to be fair, so. But
Yeah, well, that's because Gervais does this whole thing on it and says they live for like a day, but
I
it turns
remember.
out they can live for up to 2 years.
You say if a daddy longlegs sits on your face?
What Ricky Gervais does a whole
Oh,
bit about
Ricky-
animal facts that a lot of them just
Right.
aren't true.
But that's quite funny that Ricky Gervais actually sounds like daddy longlegs on your face. Ricky Gervais. Ricky
Kev
Gervais.
saw it now.
we're never going to talk about fucking films, are we, ever again?
Ricky Gervais, daddy longlegs sits on your face. I think that's
No.
quite close.
Drew, I think you should write a poem.
Yeah.
Funny.
In the
I do
10
do that.
minutes between the next record, write a Daddy Longlegs poem regarding
No, man.
Ricky Gervais and someone's face.
I've actually got a poem called, it's something to do with weird blood and it's about a mosquito, but that's the closest thing to daddy longlegs without
Okay.
the extraction.
So
Did you hear the
God's sake.
Jimmy Carr joke the other day where he was on a chat show and they said, "What's like the most offensive joke you ever written?" And he said,
go on.
and he was
Oh
like,
no, you don't
it was
say
something on the lines of,
AIDS.
"If we send mosquito nets to Africa, we could save millions of mosquitoes dying from AIDS every year." It was something like that. And I was like, "Oh my god!"
I think that's the punchline, but yeah, semi-butchered.
I feel like I speak more when I'm ill than I do when I'm not ill.
So yeah, just James, did you watch Hitman by any chance on Netflix?
No, but I played the game.
I think that no one should bother watching it. It was pretty rubbish.
Oh.
That's my review.
Oh, is this with
Glenn
thingy-
Powell.
Glenn Powell? Yeah.
He's brilliant in it, and he dresses up as lots of different. So basically, he's a pretend. He's a
Hitman.
school teacher, and he's really boring and geeky looking. But obviously, we know he's handsome as fuck. But he's geeky looking, got a stupid comb over haircut, and as a side job, he works with the police because he's quite good at tech. Just recording when they go in and pretend to be a hitman. They hire the pretend hitman, then the police come and arrest them because hitmen are not real. So there's no real such thing as them. So anyway, the guy who does it, he's a bit of a reprobate and he gets fired. So they ask him, "Can you go in this time because the other guy can't turn up? Just pretend you're a hitman, get the right information, and then walk away and we'll arrest them." And that's it. He's just luring them in, saying, "What do you want me to do? I'll do it for you." And they say, "I want you to kill this person."
It does sound boring.
And he goes,
It does
So
sound
let's throw it
boring.
out there. The 4 big hitters at the moment: Glenn Powell and Austin Butler, and then you've got Anya Taylor-Joy and
The girl
Uh,
from
Zendaya, you got loads of big.
no, Anya
Chalamet.
Taylor-Joy and God,
Yeah.
what's her
Jake
name?
Yogan.
Sydney Sweeney. Like they're
Yeah,
the
Sydney
big hitters
Sweeney,
at the
yeah.
moment.
Yeah. But So in this film though, he basically researches his target every time and dresses appropriately. Like if he's going to see a hillbilly hick that wants to kill someone, he dresses up as like, MAGA wearing Trump supporter, like, all right there, I'm you, like basically.
Have you got to,
Trump.
I said that's the first time it's been said on the podcast.
Oh my god! Have you got to edit your own
Don't
self?
to edit that.
Go ahead, Kev.
Have you
by
got
the
to
way,
edit
can I just quickly
yourself?
say something,
No,
Kev? I
because-
know you don't like him. I know you don't like him, but
Well,
Trump has jokes. Just
Have you got
a quick one. He was doing a talk the other day, one of his things, and the stand he was on kept like wobbling. It was like really flimsy. He was like stopped halfway. He's like, "This is the flimsiest fucking stand. Who made this shit?" He's like, "No, it's like it keeps leaning to the left." it's like he's got jokes. He's got.
That's
jokes.
like us at the O2 talking about my chair that was made of
It's
masking
so
tape.
funny.
Michael might have sent me
I've
this
got pictures
clip.
of that, by the way.
Michael might have sent me this clip. I can't remember, but someone sent me a clip of Trump. And again, for the record, I'm not a fan. He's a bellend. But the funny bit is that there's a Saudi Arabian. I could get the country wrong, but it's that scenario where they've got the whole sort of white outfit, desert clothing, and it's at this conference, and they have a law that you cannot touch or approach him. He's not.
Oh, I've seen that. He just like hugs him, taps his shoulder.
No. Like Trump's like a president. You can say hello and shake his hand. And the Queen, for instance, you cannot touch. You've got to bow and curtsy. There's rules. But this Saudi Arabian guy, the rules are you're not allowed to approach or touch him. And Trump walks past while he sat in the chair to go to his chair in a different bit. And he walks past and he just goes, just slapped on that arm just to prove that you can, basically. I was like,
You are touchable.
that's kind of funny.
I love how we went from
he's
seeing
just a
next
savage,
Tuesday. I love how we went from seeing next Tuesday to Trump. Perfect.
He's
There was only one other thing he said the other day.
oh, come on,
like,
move on.
One other thing, and he was like, being woke means you're a loser. He's like, everything woke turns to shit. He just basically reels off all these companies. It's like, fuck's sake. He's just like a bloody comedian.
I think the word woke is ridiculous because
Well, that's why he's got a
being
Twitter
woke
page,
on
isn't it?
certain things is a positive. To be
He's
extreme,
on Twitter.
everything in the extreme is stupid. I'm left. James sounds like he's a bit right, but I am not. When you talk about a spectrum, when the middle is the middle, I am not over here. I am there. James should be there, but he's probably a little bit there, but he's not here. You're not an extremist going to.
Are you stuck in the middle with me, Kev?
Well, Drew, I've got a feeling you're a touch to the right.
What?
So clouds to the left, you and Jokers to the right.
I'm
stuck in the middle with you, man. I'm stuck in the middle with you,
No,
Kev.
it's funny. I'm like you, though. I'm like, the extreme is ridiculous. Like,
Well, everyone should be in the middle. There shouldn't be extreme anything.
there shouldn't be like men competing against women in sports. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but again,
on the other side,
that's the woke. The woke thing, right? Is I would say I'm woke about a lot of things in the sense that I'm not in the dark about stupid things where there should be highlighted, but I'm not in the extreme section that a 7-foot man with muscles should be competing with women in basketball.
Yeah, that makes no sense. I think if you want to just because do whatever or call yourself whatever, go for it. Be happy.
But just
don't push it on everyone else. Like religion.
Well, that's the same. If you don't push anything, don't push it. But I hate that phrase. Like, I've heard other people say that phrase, pushing it. Like, no one's pushing it. The media highlight it, and that is the push. That individual.
I don't know, some people do push it. They're like.
But
like when you hear people saying you're a cis man, it's like,
but as well, like,
no, I'm not.
Let's not go down this route too long. But with like religion, when people say, "Who?" when people push religion on me, most people don't. Most people just pop to church.
There's a very small percentage, very little percentage.
I don't care how nice they are. It's the pricks in the high street with the little stalls and go, "Do you like Jesus?"
I think the problem we've got is that very small percentage that very small percentage, Kevin, you'll probably agree, has a very loud voice.
Who are the ones that knock on the door
sometimes
and give you the little booklet?
Jehovah's Witness.
Jehovah's Witnesses. But
they
they're
have to do that.
man.
It's part of their thing. They have to do that.
Yeah,
but they're the loveliest people. Like, I can imagine going for a beer with them and having fish and chips. Like, they're really nice.
Get fucked.
Well, no, but they're really nice.
To me. But yeah, they come around, they knock on the door.
Yeah,
I genuinely hate all religious people.
But they have to do that. That's not like a choice thing. That is part of their thing.
Yeah, someone puts a gun to their head. Otherwise, they have to go to number 18 and give them the magazine.
I think I genuinely think if you're religious, I'm all support for you. If you say I'm religious because makes me feel good. It makes me feel like a better person, or it gives me confidence in life. It gives me someone to speak to. I feel good. I've got a community. Blah 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 blah. Brilliant. Have at it.
Do you-
Good on you.
do you-
If you ask me to join, no. If you push it, then we're going to have a conversation. It's
Do you
not
know
gonna be a
what-
polite one either.
Do you know what's interesting though about Jehovah's Witnesses? Because it's almost like there's a
Very little.
subscription.
They don't believe in blood
Whoa,
transfusions,
whoa.
which is
There's-
crazy.
There's a subscription to Jesus, right? Because I remember when one of the first of many came to my house, they knock on the door, they give you the magazine, and you're thinking, oh, this is nice. It's like a little gift. If I get a chance to read it, maybe not. But they're like, we're coming back on Wednesday to collect this from you. And we're going to give you
I'll
like
be
an
like, "That's
essay
mine
and
now."
talk to you about how you found it. And then I remember they came to my house on the Wednesday after they'd given me it. And they're like, how did you get on with it? And I was like, it really helped with my wonky table because the leg was slightly off and now everything's sweet. I can eat straight off it. And they're like, we want the magazine back. And I'm like, oh, okay. So
Can I quickly talk about my favourite religion, which this takes us back to the funny route,
Okay, cool.
Is, is Scientology.
Because I definitely need to go
Like,
for a wee.
Have you ever seen the Church of Scientology?
Yeah, I've watched like the Louis Theroux documentary
Look
and
at
all that sort of
this.
stuff.
Look at that.
Is it shaped like a laboratory?
Look
Oh.
at that.
Yeah.
Apparently, I watched the Louis Theroux thing. You have to pay like $10,000 for the books. It was created by a guy called L. Ron Hubbard, who used to dress like a sailor, and he was a known fiction writer, a science fiction writer, right? And apparently, you sign a contract for your soul for like something ridiculous, like 10,000 years. So when you die, your soul just leaves your vessel and goes to another one. It's like, how stupid can people be? But Tom Cruise is part of it.
Whoa.
And apparently, when Katie Holmes was in labour, she wasn't allowed to make a noise. Like, what wacky rule to make? They just sat there being like, what other rules can we do? Okay, don't make a sound in childbirth. That's a good one. What else? Apparently,
Maybe
you know how
every
Richard
time
Gere,
you have a contraction, you have to clap your hands in the,
well,
the theme tune of
you know the
Happy
whole
Days.
Richard Gere gerbil thing.
What?
You know the Richard Gere gerbil story back in the day.
Yeah, the tube anus scenario.
Yeah.
What?
Do you know that came about just after he tried to leave Scientology?
That's followed him as well.
Whoa.
Yeah. That happened just after he tried to leave.
That's true. Scientology do have a habit of discrediting people when they leave or have anything negative to say.
Well, there's
They
other
have a
ways
habit
to
of
discredit
putting
someone
hamsters
apart
up
from
people.
that, isn't there?
No, they're just a rumor that no one physically threw a hamster up his bumhole.
I'm going to stick that hamster right up where the sun don't shine.
Not a hamster, a gerbil, which is quite big.
Yeah,
Wait, the gerbil bigger than a hamster?
that's a hamster. That's
Yeah.
a gerbil. That's a guinea pig.
Gerbils are more like sort of mousy
I'm going to
size.
stick this guinea pig right up your ass.
It's,
But yeah,
Okay.
isn't that wacky? What a wacky religion? It's like, do you know?
I love the use of wacky.
Do you know another wacky one? Is you know Mormonism
Yeah.
was invented by a guy called Joseph Smith.
How'd you know this
Joseph
off the
Smith?
top of your head?
I
It's
learned about
amazing.
loads
The
of
Wikipedia
religions.
of James is brilliant.
I learned about loads of. I think it was Joseph Smith, and he had these magic seer stones that could decrypt and read the writings of Christ. And he was a known con man as well. Like a known con man. It's like, what are you doing?
Now, if I was to pick a religion, unfortunately, I'm Catholic, not out of choice
Buddhism.
because I was baptized, but I'm definitely atheist. But if I was to pick one, it'd be Buddhist.
Yeah, if I was going to pick one, Buddhism.
Just-
seems cool.
Just love,
In fact,
love
you
and
have to, like,
peace.
gun to the head. Someone's like, you have to pick one. I'd go with
Yeah,
that.
love, peace, chilled, and you can do martial arts.
Yeah.
So this is a bit of a jump.
Drew would
Winnie
go
the Pooh.
like, he'd be like a,
You'll go
Wait, wait.
extreme jihad.
he'd be like
So
an
Winnie-
extremist. He'd
Winnie the Pooh, right?
join Al Qaeda, wouldn't he?
Winnie the Pooh.
Why is he bringing
He'd
up?
be like Shamina Begum.
Winnie the Pooh.
He said Winnie
has
the
a-
Pooh 3 times now.
Yeah, that's because you guys keep talking.
I know. It's
Winnie
You
funny.
the
can join
Pooh.
the Christopher Robins parade.
Winnie the Pooh. I'm just gonna keep saying Pooh, and
Make
it's gonna be
sure
on
you
repeat.
pronounce Tigger correctly.
Winnie the Pooh has a Taoist philosophy.
A what?
Let me explain. Hoff uses the character from A.A. Milner's Winnie the Pooh books to illustrate and explain the basics of Taoist philosophy,
Are you on about
showing how Pooh himself is the epitome of Taoist thinker, enjoying
How's
life
Taoist?
enjoying life with simplicity, but not
And honey.
stupidity. What? Winnie the
What are
Pooh
you on about?
is smart. Like it's kind of
Is
like a
Taoist
kind of
like a religion where you love honey?
maybe.
He does love his honey.
No,
though.
it's a religion around foot fetishes.
That's genius.
An armpit hair.
Hang on, toastism.
A
And you like toast as well. That's
Drew,
why it's toast and honey.
Both of us have got a blank look on our face because we don't have a fucking clue what you're talking about.
Don't
We've
worry
got a
about it.
guest coming on soon, so we should probably wrap this up because it's getting a bit wacky.
Yeah, I don't know. I did another
It's
film to talk
getting
about.
a bit whacking Phoenix here.
I had another film to
Toastism.
talk about, but she has just messaged me saying she's seen it, so we can bring it up with her.
Shia, Shiite Muslim. Is it Shamina Begum again?
We're not having her on. I can't.
I would, just for a laugh.
I'd invite her.
Do you regret your decision?
If she wants to come on, we'll invite her.
The only thing she's going to come on is her period, let's be honest at this point.
Whoa.
Marking that for deletion.
Well, don't delete things.
No, wait.
right?
Toism,
Just
guys.
put,
Toism is
right,
really
Kev,
important.
Going forward, don't
Guys.
delete things. Just at the punch, just put like a long beep and then you
I
being
don't know how
like,
to do
gonna delete
beeps.
that.
I can't do beeps.
You can't add beeps in post.
I
What
don't-
do you think this
of course
is?
you can. You
An
can just
M&M
like
video?
mute. You can cut a section of video and mute it and put a beep underneath.
Okay,
Drew,
listen,
can you
listen
do
to
me
this.
a beep? And then I'll just put it in occasionally. It's got to be at least like 3
Or
seconds
this
long.
one. This is factually inaccurate.
Use that too
Yeah,
often.
I can.
Can you ever, Kev? You watched Nevermind the Buzzcocks with Simon Amstel.
Yes,
You probably did.
of course. Yeah.
Can you ever remember the episode where him and Noel Fielding were going at it, and he was like talking about Courtney Love, and Noel Fielding was like, "She'd snap you like a twig," and Simon Amstel was like, "Or kill me and make it look like suicide." And at the bottom of the screen it said, "This is definitely not true." It's like, oh my god.
The thing is, right, as I told you guys, like Gareth listens to this podcast and he's listened to the whole thing twice, and
That's dedication, man.
but he voice notes.
We need to get him a
He
girlfriend.
voice
He needs a
notes,
t-shirt.
but he voice notes me
I
every
listened to
couple of
3
days,
episodes, maybe 4.
and he goes, "This is your regular Gareth update for factually incorrect information." He goes, "Drew brought up this, Kevin replied with this, and both facts are actually incorrect. The real truth is this, this, and this."
Yeah,
Because
but-
he's gone, "What?"
Didn't bring me up
Googled
though,
it.
did he? Ha ha ha.
Yeah,
ha,
but
ha.
Drew's normally under the influence, and I normally say, I think I heard something of something. I never go,
Say that every
this is the
time.
truth.
But we should
Yeah,
put
but I
a
never say-
disclaimer in.
And I'm never
I
wrong.
might
so.
put a disclaimer in the main body of the whole thing, so we never.
I should
I
be.
think it'd be funny without editing stuff. Just put like a disclaimer. It'd be so funny.
But I
Like,
should-
this is not real. This is actually factually inaccurate.
Nothing,
I should be like, just-
checked.
I should be like, just because my name sounds or rhymes with true doesn't mean it's real. Do you know what I mean?
I think, Kev, honestly, a beeping out would be so much funnier
I-
than like
I'll record a beep.
a
Yeah.
cut.
Well, I listened to a podcast called Chatterbix, and every time they say someone's name, because they're famous celebrities, if they say someone famous about something they've done, they go, "Oh crap, James, who's the producer, can you beep that out?" And what it does, it's not even a beep; it's a honk. It's like a honk, honk. But there's been episodes where they've played a honk over like 2 minutes, and I'm listening to honks for 2 minutes. It's really weird. But if you can give me a
James-
beep a few seconds long, obviously it doesn't matter if the actual word is a second or 2 minutes. I'll just put a beep, and then
James is the master
By the way,
beeper.
it's all stuff we should be discussing off the thing. So,
Yeah. But I've
let's-
noticed that half the episodes we talk about stuff we shouldn't be mentioning while we're on.
probably 90%.
yeah, but people like hearing the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, it's behind the
Do
scenes.
they?
Or they hate
If you
it.
do like hearing it, please let us know. If not, keep quiet.
All right,
We'll just
here's the
shut
behind
up.
the scenes thing then. What the fuck do we call this episode? Does anyone remember
Just call
what we
it-
actually discussed?
Just call it what the fuck.
Because
Just call it offtopic.com.
Off topic, under the influence.
Sting,
You are.
Sting and
You're the only
Hitman.
one that is.
What?
I didn't.
He's drinking. He's doing something.
I didn't even finish what I was saying about Hitman.
Just call it medicated and off topic.
I like that. Medicated and off topic because, yeah, James is under the influence of Fanta. I'm under the influence of ibuprofen
Okay.
and
Oh.
other things.
Other things.
Brew.
Because just to finish my little a couple of sentences about Hitman, then we'll log off. Is that he goes around dressing up as different people, different killers that they think that they would like. So handsome for one guy, like weirdo for the other guy, like American Psycho for another guy and that type of thing. So it's good for his range. It showcases his range of acting and that he can
Yeah.
do stuff. For that, it's
That's
really
probably
good.
why I agreed to it.
But to be honest, me and Sadie were watching it and we got bored and turned it off halfway through. I put it on like the next day just in the background and it got a bit better, but ultimately it wasn't great. It's a good idea, and I think it's the editing, the pacing. It was slow because it's such a great idea for a film. It should have been so much better. It should have been funnier. It should have been more action packed. But I think the bits where he's doing different outfits, that's the fun bit, and they took their time with that. And all the other bits are boring. They should have sped it up, and it would have been fucking cool. But I'd give it 2 stars if I was being 2 out of 5 stars if I was being generous.
2 out of 5. Wow.
Generous.
Generous.
Jesus.
Generous.
I like
Anyway,
how
we
it
are
got, I like how it
caning- we
got
are
better
caning
through your
over time at the
peripheral vision.
Yeah. Anyway, shall we, for everyone listening at home, log in on
Find that in
Thursday?
your Apple Music library. You can ask me to play a radio station or ask.
She always wants to get involved, doesn't she? She just gets involved
When did-
in my
who said
life.
Siri?
Really
Is that
winds me
Alexa?
up.
Who is that?
Who said Siri?
Siri.
Siri sounds
She was
sexier than Alexa.
Yeah, well, I had to change it because I used to have the Indian bloke and he was quite short and abrupt.
Fair enough.
I changed it originally from the English guy because I thought he had an attitude.
Oh, James, right.
Yeah.
Like, you'd set an alarm and be like, I've set your alarm. And I was like, I don't mean like your
Can
attitude.
you do us a
And I
favor?
changed it to the Indian guy. And the Indian guy, I'd set an alarm, he'd go, done. It's like, well, I
This
don't
is-
really like your attitude either. So I changed it to the Australian girl, and she just gets involved.
This
It's
is
like
turning
really
into
annoying.
James's version of her. Like you're falling in love with your watch.
He's like, I've set your alarm. It's like, done. It's like, I don't like you. I don't like his attitude. And people kept having a go at me because I had an Indian guy chatting on my wrist.
James, I
And
I do this with all.
so I've changed it to Australian woman, and she sounds nice, but unfortunately she gets involved when I don't want her to.
Can I tell you a really funny thing?
No, we
If
got
you
it cut off. I got it cut off.
wait, 2 seconds. If you whisper to Alexa, she whispers back to you. It's really cool. If you go, Alexa, what's your favorite song?
Should we try it with Siri right now?
Yes.
Hey Siri, what's your favourite song?
Lately, I've been enjoying Time After Time by Cyndi Lauper.
Typical Australians.
Didn't
They
win.
never
Really?
quiet.
And
Right,
Who-
gobshite.
who's
ain't she?
listening to Cyndi Lauper?
Also, Time After Time by Cyndi
Time
Lauper. I
After
love
Ti-
that.
That's a good tune. But
Should we, wait, 2 seconds while we're on it. Should we ask what our favourite movie is?
Yeah, go on,
yes.
go on.
Hey Siri, what's your favourite movie?
I'm happy to go with your opinion on this one.
That's because she knows
Siri.
you're a movie buff.
Have your own opinion.
I'm not sure I understand.
Siri, what movie should I go and see?
Here's what I found.
She's just going to send you a website with cinema.
What's her favorite Chris Hemsworth one?
Goodfellas. She said Goodfellas.
All right, we'll have that. We're going to end
Nice.
on Goodfellas. Goodbye, guys. See you on Thursday.
Goodbye, fellas.
This has been Rage Whale. Thanks for listening to Your Movie Podcast.